What's up? So I want to clarify something. There's actually a big difference between motivation and inspiration. And it's really easy to get these two confused. So I want to clarify and demystify these two concepts, okay? So example, when I was going after, when I first got into sales in Mattress Firm, I wanted to be $1 million writer. That means putting over $1 million worth of profit in my company's bank account, okay? And if I did that, I would have made roughly between $75,000 and $90,000, depending on the margin that I would have sold it at, right? That was my goal. Now, I wanted to do this for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to prove that somebody like me from the wrong side of the tracks can actually do this. And I can do it my first year, right? That was my motivation. The other reason I wanted to do it was to have it on my resume. I was motivated to get to that end result, to be able to put that on my resume. I thought that would be strong, right? My first year in selling over $1 million worth of product in the mattress industry, which is really difficult to do. That was another reason why I wanted to do it, right? So I was motivated to get to that end result, right? So that was basically I was chasing pleasure. I was chasing pleasure at the end of the rainbow, right? So that's motivation. Motivation has to do with pleasure and pain, right? So I need a certain amount of pleasure to be able to do something that may be difficult to do, right? So I need motivation. I need pleasure, and I want to avoid some kind of pain, because if I didn't do it, I would feel like a failure. That's pain that I'm trying to avoid. I would feel like I didn't amount to much. The transition from what I was doing before to being in sales was a failure, right? Pain. I was trying to avoid that pain and go after the pleasure of having $1 million in sales my first year on my resume, and proving that somebody like me can actually do it my first year. It doesn't take 3 or 4 years to be able to learn this, the art of selling, and to be able to do it at high levels. That was my motivation. Here's the difference. Inspiration is completely different, right? So with inspiration, it has to do with what you value most, your highest values, right? Example, right now, my highest values, I realized in the last few years, the thing I value most is communication. Communication. I feel, to me, communication is God, really. Even in the Bible, the first thing that God said was, "Let there be light." He spoke, he communicated what he had in his mind and in his heart, and it came to pass, right? From that point of view. And then also everything that has to do with human interaction and getting things done on this planet has to do with communication. What falls under that umbrella of communication is sales and persuasion, right? But to me is communication. That's my highest values, right? And so now I sell for a different reason. I'm in sales for a different reason, because I'm trying to sharpen my communication, my ability to build value, my ability to connect with another person, my ability to solve their problems, my ability to ask the right questions at the right moment, right? Communication. My publishing, writing, right? I've established my highest values, and now I'm building my entire life around my highest values: communication, sales, influence, and persuasion, writing, publishing. I'm not motivated to do these things. I'm inspired to do these things, right? It's from within. It doesn't matter how much pleasure and pain I encounter in this path. I'm gonna do it. Why? Because I'm trying to reach my highest values, and now I can reach my full potential. Everything that's in my potential, my unlocked potential that I have in my DNA is gonna come out now, because I'm not bound by pleasure and pain. I don't care about pleasure. I know I'm gonna get some pleasure, but I know pain is coming. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it. Why? Because I tapped into inspiration, my highest values. Are you getting this? I hope you're getting this. So for you, if you need a lot of pleasure and pain to get certain things done, it's because you haven't tapped into inspiration yet. You haven't found out what you value most. When you're doing what you value most, your highest values, you don't care about the pain that's gonna come from that journey, because you're inspired, right? You know it's gonna bring pain, but you know the pleasure that's tied into that, right? And your vision It's very clear, and nothing's going to stop you from achieving that vision, right? So it all starts with inspiration, finding your highest value. What do you value the most? And then building your life around your highest values. If not, you're going to need a lot of pleasure and pain levers to be pulled for you to get things done, okay? Find your highest value, what do you value most, and then build your life and your career around your highest values. If your career is not connected to what you value most, you will be miserable. I'm telling you, you're gonna be miserable, right? So figure out what your highest values are. The way to do that pretty easily is to find out what you're kind of talented in, what you're leaning towards, what your gifts and talents are. That's usually connected to you. That'll be like a window into your highest values. Okay, so I hope this helps. There's a difference between being inspired and being motivated. That's the difference, okay? Finding your highest values and then connecting with people who value the same things you value, right? That's what business is all about. Okay, have a great day. Be blessed. Find your highest values. Bye.